VanHoose. I'm Joe VanHoose, and I'm out at the 14th Annual Powell Memorial at Ocala Speedway. Over 40 drivers have showed up trying to take home the big-time hardware and the $5,000. Who's it going to be? Well, you're just going to have to sit back and watch. Alright, we're here with a very special guest, James Powell III. Now, James, a lot of people in the area may not be quite familiar with the Powell family or the Powell Memorial. You can just briefly explain what it's all about.
Well, first of all, you know, we own the Speedway here for about 11, 12 years. And my family was killed in a plane crash. My mom, my dad, my two twin daughters, my aunt and uncle, June 7th, 95. And it's just been carried on. It's a memorial. So that's kind of where we're at now, and thanks for everyone for keeping this deal going. You know, it started as dirt. We used to have the track when it was dirt. Now it's back to dirt, so it kind of feels pretty neat.
You've got probably the biggest late model turnout so far this year, and over 3,000 people in the grandstands tonight. What does that mean for you and your family?
Well, so far, I just talked to Mike Peters, and this is the biggest car count in the state so far. And the stands are really filling up, and we got a long way to go yet. So obviously it means a lot to me. You know, so the competitors are here, the fans are here, and just thank you for keeping this deal going.
All right, thank you, James.
All right, thank you.
Even when it was paved, I'd run it a couple times on asphalt, and I always wanted to win it on asphalt. I just never drove enough of it to do, you know, to have the experience to run it. But last year I missed it because I had to go to the Dream with David to run the Prelude, and they run it that weekend, so I didn't get to run it. This year I was going to run it anyhow. When it rained out, I just felt I got to run it. Even I had to borrow a car, but it's still cool.
Now, I mean, put it into perspective. I mean, this is your hometown, your home track. You've known the Powell family all your
35 years, all my life. I've known them ever since I've old enough to remember anybody. Because you know, James's dad, Buddy, raced against my dad, and me and James actually started racing like a week apart from one another. We're the same age. We used to park cars together. I just known one another for so long, and you know, like I said, out there, it really sucks that we have to have this race in the first place. That was pretty devastating to everybody around that knew them, because they owned the racetrack at the time. And I started racing here, grew up racing here with James, and you know, just stayed a lifelong friend. And so it was pretty emotional. I usually don't get too emotional in victory lane. You know, I've done this stuff for quite some time, and we've won some pretty big races, races that paid, you know, big money and stuff. And we usually don't get too overjoyed about it, but this one here is pretty emotional. I mean, like I say, we're all friends and family, and you know, birthday parties at the house. They come to my house, I go to their house. It's that type of deal. So yeah, it was pretty emotional.
All right, that's Johnny Collins. This has been Running Wide Open at the Powell Memorial. We'll see you next week.